What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New video. I got somebody was in the comments yesterday, and they said, "Look, I'm from New York. I've done time in the New York penal system," and he was trying to get an understanding of who I referred to when I referred to legends. And I know there's been a lot of people who have been highly offended by the fact that I refer to all factions, the big four. I refer to all of them as legends. And some people have made comments, those are your legends, not my legends. No, I'm referring to all of them. And that's why I usually say the legends for the blacks, if I'm talking about them, or the legends for the whites, if I'm talking about them, or the legends for the dudes from down south. But I always specify the legends for the ones from up north. Let me make sure I mention all of them so nobody feels left out and says I'm biased. But I'm gonna go ahead and right now we're gonna look at the definitions. I would think that people would be intelligent enough when I use these words to go and look up the definition. Instead, they put their definition of the word legend on me. I don't put my definition on you and get all bent out of shape. So let's go ahead and let me read some different definitions of the word legend, and then we'll go from there. A story coming down from the past, especially one popularly regarded as historical, although not verifiable, like the legend of a lost continent, for example. A traditional story, sometimes popularly regarded as historical, but not authenticated. A non-historical or unverifiable story handed down by tradition from earlier times and popularly accepted as historical. A legend in literature is a traditional story or group of stories told by a particular person about a particular person or place. A story from the past that is believed by many people, but cannot be proved as true. A traditional story sometimes popularly regarded as historical, but unauthenticated. My bad. So, there are several definitions. And with that, let me say this. There are several platforms, quite a few platforms on YouTube in this genre that I'm in, that they're okay with using the names of the big four. Here's the thing. Anyone who's been around them, you're not supposed to utter the names of those organizations, especially one that you're under. Their business is their business. They allegedly don't even exist. And so when people name those organizations and members, they're unwittingly admitting that those things exist. And people are going to say, come on, Dubs, they've been around for this and this and that. Okay, well, if somebody who actually is a part of one of those things wants to admit that it exists and that they're a part of it, they can do that. And whatever happens within their own crew, because they've done that, that's on them. But it isn't for those that aren't a part of it to be speaking on it. So you see how in all the definitions is it true or not? Is it folklore, folktale, or not? So that's part of why I do it. But then another reason is out of respect for all four of these alleged groups. If they want to admit their existence, like I said, they can. But they're not, those organizations aren't for small talk. It's not for us to act as though, let me talk about this, which is what a lot of people do. They'll talk about stuff to seem impressive when it really isn't. If you were inside the walls, you wouldn't be talking about them like that. You'd be in trouble. And out here, who gives a damn about anything going on in there? Really? If you really give a damn about what's going on in prison and you're really that invested in it, then you should be in there. And you should let the people out here that want to be involved in this world do that. Hopefully this helps those from out of state understand. Again, there are allegedly 4 organizations, allegedly, that exist behind the walls in the California prison system. Those organizations are not to be spoken on, spoken of, bantered about. You're not supposed to have frivolous conversations about those alleged organizations, whether they exist or not. And you definitely aren't supposed to name anyone that's a part of it. That can hurt them in court proceedings, in criminal matters. It's not for you to acknowledge what they are. If they want to say that's what they are, they have every damn right. You know, there's people who have said in the past, man, they got it tattooed on them. Well, then they must be a part of something and they're allowed to do that. I don't know. But you go ahead and try tattooing it on you and see how that works out for you. You better keep your shirt on. You better never go to jail. It's not a playful thing. It's not something that you want to play with. It's something that people are willing to kill for and die for and do so. There's a lot of people in California, even dudes that have been to prison. I promise you, the things they think they know about the organizations that they're under, they don't have a clue. They know what people want them to know. Unless they've reached a certain level, and then those are the guys that are never going to speak about it. It's the guys who regurgitate other people's stories that think they know what time it is. And that's very, very dangerous, man. Again, hopefully this helps out those out of state. And hopefully it'll help a few of you that are in state and that have actually been to prison but haven't been around them. You're lucky. Hopefully you're out here on the streets and you're getting your life together and you understand that the things that go on behind those walls, they don't give a damn. They're not focused on the stuff out here because it can't be. And you out here should have the same mindset. Why are you worried about what's going on behind those walls? It's none of your business. If you want to make it a part of your business, then go in there. Go in there and see. Get involved in the reindeer games. The survival of the fittest. Mentally. Before physically. If you think you can make the cut, go on in there and make it. And then see what you gain from it. Your cell ain't gonna get no bigger. You're not gonna be able to spend more money in canteen. You're not gonna have a woman in your cell. But you will be involved in politicking every day. All day, even in your sleep. So if that sounds fun to you, go on and get it. Me, I'd rather be out here. I'd rather be out here trying to talk your kids, your nephews, your nieces, your primos and primas into bettering their lives out here, their position out here. But hey, to each their own. All I can do is tell my stories. Everyone has to make their own decisions and then live with them. That's my video for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them. I'm out of here.